friends, it's Gibbs and Gibby, and this is All Gibbs All the Time. And starring me, John Gibbs, and...
I'm Gibby. What's good?
Hey, and what we're going to talk about today is some topics that touch all of our hearts. The first one is most overrated NBA player. John, who do you think is the most overrated NBA player?
Overrated?
Yeah.
Oh man, this ain't good. I'm gonna go with Blake Griffin. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. It's Blake Griffin. That man's doing nothing.
I mean, what do you mean by doing nothing?
I mean, I got the same amount of points as him in the playoffs, and I'm in the crib. I'm sitting on the couch.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, man. He is a ginger, so we'll count that against him. And the other part of it is, yeah, Blake. He was good about 3-4 years ago, but just like a BB gun, it shot, and you need to cock it again. I mean, his knees are like glass. He's playing like, and and he made that team better. But I would definitely agree with you. Yeah. A next category we have is most underrated player, and I'll go first there. I think the most underrated player in the NBA right now is Dame Dollars, baby. Damian Lillard. Because that cat gets it. I mean, look at him. He's shooting threes from 35, 40 feet. He got a rap album out. It's garbage, but he got a rap album out right now. And then something else, Dame always has a nice haircut. He don't look like Kevin Durant with them darn beady bees, looking like he ain't seen a barber since the apple was a seed. I mean, John, what do you think?
I mean, that's a good statement, but I'm going to go with C.J. McCollum. People sleep on C.J. McCollum. The man gets buckets. He eats. It's like when Dame don't go off, C.J. can get like 40.
Yeah.
And people don't say nothing. They be like, oh, C.J. he got 40. You can't just say man got 40 like it's nothing.
And then when he was in college, man, he took it to him. You know what I'm saying? He took his team all the way to, past to like the second round in NCAA. John, I think I might be on board. CJ is the sleeper, the one that none of us think about and none of us talk about. And CJ would be a dude I'd be okay with hanging out with, too, because he seemed like a pretty cool, mellow type of fella, What's the next one?
All right, next topic is what happened to the Celtics. I'm going to start with this one because he's biased. let me take this one. All right. What happened? The youngins got a big head, and they started acting like they were more than they were, and then Kyrie tried to come back and put them in their place, and just like a 6-year-old child, they were not having it. They were having none of it. And so they just weren't clicking. Kyrie didn't show up, and now, just like us, they chill on the couch, watching the game.
And John, I'm going to tell you like this. Kyrie, I'm just going to start off with Duke. Everything Duke put in the daggum pros is garbage pretty much. I hope Zion isn't infected by it because Kyrie, I don't know whether Kyrie stands at the urinal or squats the pee, man, because he straight up ruined my franchise. I'm a Celtic fan since 1978. I love them boys, man. I love them boys. Bird, Cornbread, Maxwell, Tiny Archibald, the history, the damn leprechaun, Johnny Most shaking the microphone. And then last year, without Kyrie and without cripple Gordon Hayward, they went almost to the daggum NBA Finals. This year, Kyrie coming back, all in his feelings, calling LeBron up, talking about his dad and his mom. Nobody don't care about your dad and mom when you out there playing, representing the green and white and black, man. So Kyrie he ruined my team. And then them boys coming off the bench, you know what? If you was the better player, you'll be out there starting. Do your darn role, man. Be a role player. You know, I went out there before Paul Pierce did and declared the Celtics were going to win the championship this year. And now my boys home right now could be working at Home Depot or something because they ain't did nothing. So Kyrie, Duke, Coach K, Biggie, Bad Boy as a recording studio, a group and a family, all of them need to go to hell because they cost my team. The next question on our list is, can Zion fit in the NBA? What do you think about that?
No. Next. Next. No.
My take on Zion, we saw Zion play in high school. I've been watching Zion and following Zion since he was in the 11th grade. Zion athletically has a high ceiling. But here go the problem. Zion been eating too many cheeseburgers, man. I mean, maybe at some point when he get his conditioning right, he'll be good. But the truth of the matter is, He was the best athlete every gym he entered since he got in about 10th or 11th grade. He gets to the NBA, them boys want to eat too. Them boys got paychecks and everything, so they're going to beat him up for some. And Zion, without his legs, if he suffers any major leg injury, he's an average player if he doesn't have those hops. Think Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson was a monster. He was big like Zion. Next thing happened, Larry got an injury, and then Larry was in Charlotte with his gold tooth doing whatever he do. And Larry, I almost got love for you, so don't come and beat me up because I know you're nearby. And he ain't got no shot yet. And I wonder how he gonna take the pounding from an 82-game schedule because he ain't never played that many games except when he was playing with that bootleg AAU organization. The next question on the list is one that's near and dear to my heart, but my son could start. Should college players be paid?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna say yes, they should, because it's hard to be like full-time athlete and student, and so like on average, college athlete grades lower. Sometimes they gotta take fake classes. UNC, I'm not gonna say nothing now.
Yeah, Tar Heel.
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Crooks.
But whatever.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they should be compensated for all their efforts doing. Like they bring in the school money, they bring in people to the school, they're bringing in more students. They're helping the programs explode. Without the college basketball players in Carolina, would Carolina really be where it's at right now? Let's be honest here.
No,
it wouldn't.
Yeah.
So compensation would be cool, and it's feasibly possible if you actually do the math. But I think they should. I'm gonna move on.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. First off, shout out to Sylvia Hatcher. You got railroaded. We love you. Every time I go to Hunter Hus, I'm going to kiss where they got your name on the floor because they job you at UNC. Tar Heels, you should be embarrassed. Sylvia is an institution, and we love her. And going to college players, tennis players, golf players, lacrosse players, they get benefits, right? None of them ain't bringing in no darn money. What's bringing in money is the D1 football players, D1 basketball players, and most of them, guess what? Look like me. They brown. So those folks, they out there working hard, missing classes. They can't even have majors that they want at some schools because of the football and basketball commitments. And then they're literally one injury away from being on the sideline. Because an NCAA scholarship, except for at Duke, is a one-year renewable contract. For those of you who don't know, they say, my baby got a full ride. No, your baby got a full ride from March to March. And so these guys, they could go out there, bust their behind, and then if they have an injury or something or can't perform up to the coach's standard, they can be released. They go in there on March to sign their paperwork, and guess what? It ain't there. And in the other part, as John so eloquently put it, they're bringing in millions in revenues. Their jerseys and likenesses were used on video games. And then most of them, if they wash out and don't graduate, they're going to have a hard time getting a job at Bilo. Because how many 6'11" or 6'3", 320-pound people you see that are in their 20s working at Bilo? They can't even hardly get a job. And so these guys bringing in revenue, doing all these things for these schools, and most of them happen to be black people from inner city or low-income houses. Yeah, they should be paid. And it's a damn travesty that they're not being. And one last thing that's not on the script that was prepared by my lovely wife, who's also the photographer, and whose name shall remain anonymous because I am offensive as hell, and I don't want her to get any backlash. I just want to say that sports is a big thing for most of us because most of us ally ourselves with an institution or ally ourselves with a team because that team is either our city or that team is somebody we've rolled with our entire lives. And so when our team goes through a down cycle, it affects us emotionally and physically, just like Duke and that Kyrie Irving person has ruined my life this year because Duke produced Kyrie and Kyrie produced failed Army for 2019. John, you got any parting shots?
No, I'm good.
And I just want to say something else to you. G-Town up, Gibbs Road up, Albany State University up, and that's all we have.
We're going to cut that.